Adventure tourism has claimed lives in years gone by, not just in New Zealand. 20 years ago in Interlaken, Switzerland, on the Jungfrau, many of our viewers will remember the canyoning disaster. A large group of Australians were killed in that tragedy on the other side of the world. But as we say, Australians love their adventure, and often when we see tragedies like this, it's not a great surprise, as shocking and tragic as it is to see some Australians in the mix, and the Prime Minister confirming 3 could be among the 5 confirmed killed in New Zealand in this eruption. Let's go live to our political reporter Trudy McIntosh. Trudy, Scott Morrison has warned Australians need to brace for the death toll to rise further.
That's right, Kieran. The Prime Minister saying that this is a very difficult day for Australians after that tragic eruption that we saw yesterday on White Island in New Zealand. Here, I'll take you through some of the details that the Prime Minister provided in an update this morning a few hours ago. He has confirmed that 24 Australians were on White Island at the time of the eruption, confirming that the age range of those Australians who were there was between 17 years of age to the oldest person, who was 72 years old. 13 Australians have been hospitalised in places across New Zealand, while 11 Australians remain unaccounted for. In terms of that official death toll, which currently stands at 5, the Prime Minister says that 3 of those people are feared to be Australians. So those are the details as they stand officially from the Australian government. We know many of these people were taken straight away, dozens of people, to hospitals across New Zealand. It's unclear at this stage the condition of all of those people who have been hospitalised.
There are a number we know that are in a critical condition. Obviously there are burns issues, quite severe burns issues, and that's why they are in so many different hospitals, because they've been taken to the various burns units across New Zealand. But the full details of all of their conditions is not yet known, and that's what consular staff are tasked with today, and that's why additional staff that are going over to New Zealand.
With 11 people still unaccounted for, the Prime Minister was very clear this morning that Australia and the nation needs to brace itself for the worst possible outcome to happen here.
But I fear there is worse news to come over the course of perhaps today or over the next few days. This is a terrible tragedy, a time of great innocence and joy interrupted by the horror of that eruption. And I would ask again that we refrain from any speculation about individuals at this time, so we can ensure that we can contact and deal directly with families to ease what will be a highly anxious and highly upsetting time for them.
The Foreign Minister has confirmed that DFAT officials are working closely and are in close contact with that Royal Caribbean cruise company. Now, that's where many of these people who were visiting White Island had been taking part on a cruise. It had departed from Sydney and last Wednesday, so certainly a lot of fear that a lot of those people, when we saw that was the news, that a lot of these people caught up had been Australians. The Prime Minister, Kieran, has also confirmed that the Australian Federal Police is sending over a forensics team to help with the recovery operation.